Hello everybody, Damascus Fox here, and today I'll be reviewing this knife. And this knife right here is the Stauer Damascus knife. It is a knife that I got off of this uh, website called Stauer, and they sell like a bunch of like jewelry, curiosities, coins, stuff like that. So sometimes they sell like specialty, just unique knives. So my father gave me a piece of a magazine and said, "Hey, are you interested in this?" And I was like, "Yeah, why not? I'll take a look at it. I wanted to see the quality of Stauer knives. Knives from Stauer. And what they do is they like go around and look for, I think, like custom makers and just get like, uh, you know, custom pieces and interesting curiosities and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. I'm going to give you a good review of this and then ramble about it. This sheath right here. I'm no expert on leather or sheaths, but it feels pretty solid. It feels very light. It's an interesting texture. It's a little stiff, but otherwise it looks pretty well made. So that's just my opinion on that. And here is the blade. Boom. One thing's for sure, it definitely looks gorgeous. Yeah. But before I get into talking about it, let's do some specs on this guy. Steel. Not really sure what the steel is. It just says Damascus. So yeah, got my do length on this guy. Put that out of the way. Total length is coming in around around 6.5. I'll just round it off to there. And then the blade length, overall blade length is coming in around let's go 2 3/4. Yeah, and then your cutting edge is coming in at 2.5. So that's pretty interesting. Weight on this guy. But the feel of it doesn't feel very heavy. It's actually got some weight to it, 5.42. So not the heaviest thing in the world, but yeah, it's got some weight to it. Size comparison time. Let's put this guy up against the Spyderco Para 3, Spyderco PM2. Still need to clean it. I think I say that like every video that one of my Spydercos need cleaning, but I use these guys a lot because it's Spyderco. Come on. Yep, so this guy is shorter than both. The blade is kind of similar, but this guy definitely has a little bit more blade. And next up, let's do the CJRB Feldspar. Small CJRB Feldspar, full size. And it's kind of the length of the small one. The small one is just a tad bit longer. Probably would be the same, but the curvature of this blade makes it a little bit shorter. And next we got Benchmade Bug Out, Benchmade Freak, and this guy is shorter than the Bug Out and the Freak, obviously, because it's a pretty small knife. And then last but not least, the most important size comparison, Cold Steel Espada XL and Cold Steel Espada Medium. And this guy is obviously smaller. Who would have thought? I crack myself up sometimes. Gotta close these knives very careful. They are finger guillotines. Alright, next we got height on this guy. Height up against the Para 3. So it's going to be kind of similar to the Para 3, as you can see, but it's still not as high. Pair 3 does definitely reach a little bit higher. So this guy is going to be pretty much the same height as a just yeah. So this knife is going to be kind of similar in height with kind of like most of your standard size knives. So nothing too bad if you're just going to free carry this in the pocket, but I mean, it comes with the sheath, so you're just going to carry this on your belt. So yeah. Width on this guy. Let me. There we go, up against the pair 3, because yes. So this guy is going to be quite thicker, but it does not have a pocket clip, so you don't have to really worry about pocket clip thickness. But it does have that thumb stud right there that does protrude a lot. So yeah. Blade thickness on this guy. Let me just get my calibers. 0. There we go. And we are on inches. Why is there dust on this? Dust on everything I own. So much dust. Okay. Oh, it's on minus. I want 0. There we go. There. Alright. Sorry about that. And on its thickest spot, which is right back here, we are at 0.13. And then on blade right here, 0. I'm not sure if you can see that, 0.8 or 0.8. So yeah, 0 off. Price on this guy. I got this guy for got it for a special deal from that magazine page. So I got it for $79. So not too bad of a price. Yeah, I mean it's okay. And I think its original price was like $175 or something like that. Now, just to clarify, this is a limited edition, supposedly. So they might not sell this anymore on Stauer. They do sell occasional knives that I see on magazines, but they are not a knife company. And this one, I believe, was a limited run, so you might not be able to buy this. But this review will just give you kind of an idea of Stauer's quality on their knives. So yeah, I'll probably review a few more maybe in the future when I have the extra cash. But yeah, just to see, in comparison, because I believe they get different knives from different makers from around the world. It's pretty interesting stuff. Now they do sell. I do suggest checking them out if you like to look at cool curiosities. But now let's get on to the last step, which is the cut test. Never use this knife. Well, barely use this knife. I never cut anything with it besides a piece of paper, a few pieces of paper, and from right out of the box, the edge it does not feel good at all. I'm sorry. I can feel burrs all around this edge, and it does not feel. I mean, just yeah. Let's see if you can get a look at that. It doesn't feel the best. You can actually kind of see the burrs, and you can feel the burrs. You feel chips and dings. It's just not the best, and it's been sharpened a little bit far, right there onto the tang or the ricasso. Yeah, so and it kind of has an inconsistent sharpening line, so it kind of goes a little higher up here and then over here, and then it also has on the tip a burr right up here. I can catch my nail on it. I'm not sure if you can see that, but yeah, I can catch my nail on it right there. So let's see how it cuts. So that was more of a tear than a cut. If I go kind of more of a downwards angle, definitely can cut if you get the right edge alignment. But I think the best it would be probably used for is just opening up boxes for tape. So it definitely, this is definitely going to need a sharpening, yeah, really bad. I can catch my nail on these burrs. Yeah, so Sharpness, not the best. I can't even do a quick cut. See? Yeah. So, not the best. Now, to talk about this, it's got Damascus blade, it's got Damascus bolsters, which look beautiful. It's got buffalo horn, colored buffalo horn and bone handles. So that is really cool looking. It's got some pretty nice looking filing work on the back, which also looks really cool. It's got a thumb stud, so it's kind of cool. It's kind of traditional with a little bit of a modern thumb stud on it, but it does protrude quite a bit. So if you don't like that, it's basically longer than it exceeds the handle length right there. So yeah, it's got some really nice you know just details right there, and a nice swedge. Some more filing work on the top right there. There is its the lock bar right there. It's a liner lock, so it locks all the way to the right, but it doesn't feel stuck. You can definitely push it out of the way and close the knife, which is also really nice. Where it sticks in the sheath right there, you can see that the thumb stud does push on the leather quite a bit as it's in there, but it does stay secure, and it's a bit tight right back here, so you're probably gonna have to loosen this up to get your belt through there, depending on the thickness of your belt. And then time to talk about some of its fit and finish issues. I hate talking bad about knives. It's definitely one of my problems. It's like I like knives so much. But I handle a lot of knives, and as a reviewer, I notice things, and I'm like, I have to say it. It's not a bad looking knife, but it's got a lot of fit and finish issues. One right here, as you can see, the tip of the blade exceeds the handle. It doesn't fit in flush. So if you're going to just kind of like free flow this in your pocket, you go to reach for it, you might get yourself a little bit of a get stuck, or it's going to chew up your pocket. That's if you just decide to throw this in your pocket. Or, if you put it down on a table, you might go for it and end up like just stabbing yourself a bit. That's if you sharpen the tip. It's not very sharp, but still it's pointy. It's not a very good design choice to have the point sticking out of the handle like that. That is not good. I don't like that it sticks out like that. The handle should have been longer, or the blade should have been a little bit shorter. So yeah, or it should have folded in a little bit deeper. Now I'm not sure if the blade goes all the way into the backspacer. Maybe that's the reason why it got doled out, is because when it slams shut. But yeah, and it's got blade play for days. I'm not sure if you can hear that. See if you can hear that. I could feel some serious blade play. Left to right, up and down, not so much, just a tad bit, but it definitely, if you push the bar out of the way, you can just hear the shaking. Yeah. When it's closed, you can feel it kind of moving around. So, not the tightest. And then if you can see, the liners are not flush with the handles. So, yeah, they're all off. Got little gappings in there. Right here, it's not completely flush with the liners, so you can feel that it's kind of snagging my finger. Over there, it's flush over here, but not over here. It kind of has a gap in it. You got your screws right there, which they look pretty cool. But yeah, and it's got a little bit of issues right here, a little bit of imperfections right there. It does have a few, spots that you can feel it when it snags your finger and stuff like that, right, like right there. Yeah. And let's see. Yeah. So you can see right there, it's got like kind of sharpened a little bit higher up there. So yeah, this bolster kind of moves. Might need to tighten it. And I don't believe, I haven't taken it apart because I don't really want to because of the pins. That would probably make this, that would probably ruin it, to remove those pins. But I don't believe it's running on anything. It feels like steel against steel. I don't think there's any washers or anything in there. So I'm not entirely sure on that. I might try to tighten these bolsters up though. But yeah, the bolsters are shaking. Never really noticed that before. And then right out of the box, I got this out of the box, and it was caked in grease. I opened it up, and I was just like, all this stuff all over my hands, just caked in grease. It was unpleasant experience to clean up all that grease. Literally, that grease just lingered on my fingers, no matter how much I wiped them off. But I mean, yeah, it's whatever. So that's just my opinion. If you have this knife and you love it, you continue to love it. Don't take my criticism. That's just what I'm doing. I'm just trying to give people an idea on what they're buying. So if you see this and you want to buy it, or you want to buy something from Stauer, just note that their knives, so far from my first impression, it's beautiful, but it has a lot of fit and finish issues. But yeah, it's fine. It looks cool. But yeah, if I couldn't recommend this to somebody who really wants to use their knife every day. If you want a user, I would definitely steer you into a different direction. But if you want something that just looks nice and you can just, carry it and just look, it's cool. It's Damascus. It's got buffalo horn and bone. Then yeah, this is cool little collector's piece. But it's got a lot of fit and finish issues, so it's not going to be the most comfortable user. And in the hand, it actually does feel a little bit comfortable. The ergos are actually pretty good if you don't mind holding your knife in kind of a pistol grip. Not like crazy comfortable, not like Spyderco level, but it's fine. You can actuate it well, you can close it, you can hold it like this, and it luckily, the lock is right there, so it definitely locks up, but just not solid. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents. It's a cool knife, but it has a lot of fit and finish issues, and it's not very sharp. So yeah, just keep that in mind if you ever plan on shopping from Stauer. But yeah, that's just my opinion. I hope you like this video. If you like more knife and EDC related content, check out my other videos, and remember to subscribe because I post every Friday. Oh, sorry, that's my old thing. I post every Saturday and every other Sunday, and there'll be more knives, more videos in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and have a fantastic day. Bye.